Have you ever felt the tension in the air when you're around a woman, and in that moment, you find yourself asking, does she really care about me? You might be picking up on vague, almost invisible signals that are hard to decipher. But if you know how to interpret them, you'll realize that they can reveal much more than you expected. In this video, you'll learn how to identify the subtle behaviors of women that can give you insight into their hidden feelings. We won't just highlight the obvious, easily noticeable signs. Instead, we'll dive deeper into the psychological reasons behind each action, glance, and gesture that she may unintentionally express. Get ready to notice things you might have missed before, even though they've always been right in front of you. Today, you'll discover 7 signs that can help you recognize if a woman is strongly attracted to you, even if she's never openly confessed her feelings. Sign number 1. Pay attention to one of the most classic, yet often overlooked, signs: prolonged eye contact. Sometimes you might notice that a woman maintains eye contact longer than usual, almost as if she doesn't want to look away. This isn't just a coincidence, it's an action that carries an underlying intention. When a woman looks at you for an extended period, it's a sign of deep interest. Studies have shown that eye contact not only fosters intimacy, but also triggers the release of dopamine, the feel-good hormone. Additionally, there are other subtle physical responses, like pupil dilation, an involuntary sign that often appears when someone feels attraction. So, the next time you feel a gaze that seems to pierce through you, don't just think it's curiosity. It could very well be a silent invitation, waiting for your response. Sign number 2, light touches, a subtle signal that you might easily overlook. Have you ever felt a gentle touch on your arm while talking, or a near inadvertent nudge? These small gestures, while they may seem casual, actually carry a powerful message. When a woman feels attracted, she often finds ways to establish physical contact. Light touches like these are part of a silent approach, requiring no words. Science has shown that physical contact increases the level of oxytocin in the body, the love hormone that enhances trust and comfort. Therefore, if you notice her touching you frequently and naturally, it could be a sign that she wants to be closer to you, not just physically, but emotionally as well. Pay attention to these subtle touches, as they reveal things that words often can't express. Sign number 3, silent compliments. Have you ever noticed a woman looking at you with admiration, but she doesn't say a word? Perhaps her eyes sparkle, as though she's feeling impressed by you, but she doesn't voice it. In reality, compliments aren't always expressed verbally. Her gaze, a softer tone, or even a shift in her posture, all these can be signs of admiration. When she focuses on you, listening intently as if she wants to memorize every word you say, that's a clear indication of her appreciation for you. Psychology suggests that when a woman cares emotionally, she will express admiration in such natural ways. Sign number 4, conversations that go beyond the surface. When a woman starts showing interest in deeper conversations, it's rarely random. If she asks about your life, shares personal experiences, or reveals stories from her past, it's because she's trying to build a stronger emotional connection. This isn't just casual curiosity, it's a genuine desire to connect. Studies show that in-depth conversations not only enhance intimacy, but also create long-lasting bonds between two people. When she gives attention to what you say, it's because you've sparked real interest in her. At this point, how you express your emotional presence becomes more important than what you're actually saying. This subtle approach can reveal a lot about her feelings toward you. Sign number 5, subtle gestures, accidental yet meaningful. Have you ever noticed her leaning towards you while talking, or absent-mindedly tucking her hair back when you're near? These small details, though seemingly insignificant, carry a very clear message: she's interested in you. Actions like these might be tiny, but they hold immense power in conveying emotions. These natural movements are a clear sign of attention. Her body is speaking for what her mind may not yet express. Don't overlook these signals. Even if these accidental actions seem trivial, they are signs that she has feelings for you, even if she hasn't directly expressed them yet. Sign number 6, emotional openness. When a woman starts sharing parts of her life that she usually keeps private, it's a sign that she trusts you. She's not only sharing her dreams or worries, but also revealing personal memories, insecurities, things that not everyone is willing to open up about. This type of connection, psychologically, goes beyond the usual physical relationship. If she seeks your opinion, looks for your support, or simply shares something deep, it means she sees you as someone trustworthy, someone she feels safe to be herself around. This trust is one of the strongest signs of a developing relationship, and when that trust is reciprocated, the bond between you will grow stronger. Sign number 7, genuine respect. When a woman truly cares about you, respect shows in every action, every word. She doesn't just listen to you, but truly understands you. She remembers the little things you've shared, and she consistently shows respect for what you think and feel. This attitude shows that you matter to her, your words are valuable to her, and she works to maintain this relationship not only for its longevity, but also for its meaningfulness. Respect, combined with attention and emotional memory, is one of the firm foundations of attraction. Pay attention to her steady gaze, the questions she asks, and the way she listens to you. Each of these actions shows there is something deeper behind the surface. It's genuine consideration, which could evolve into a deep and long-lasting relationship. In conclusion, these 7 signs are not just obvious signals, but subtle behaviors that can help you recognize the hidden emotions she can't express in words. Attraction doesn't only manifest through words, but often through gentle gestures, eye contact, and sincere attention. When you learn to identify these signs, you'll find it easier to build deeper and more authentic relationships. Don't forget that the most wonderful emotions are often expressed through the smallest actions. When you learn to listen not just with your ears, but with your eyes and heart, you'll get closer to a true connection. When you learn to identify these signs, you'll find it easier to build deeper and more authentic relationships. Don't forget that the most wonderful emotions are often expressed through the smallest actions. When you learn to listen not just with your ears, but with your eyes and heart, you'll get closer to a true connection. And most importantly, when you understand these signals, you'll start noticing a shift in how you communicate with women. You'll become more attuned to the emotional cues she's sending, helping you build relationships more naturally and securely. Attraction doesn't always have to be vocalized. Small gestures, natural actions, and even changes in behavior can reveal a lot about someone's feelings. What's particularly interesting about women is that they often use body language to express what they feel without needing to speak. By paying attention to these signs, you'll be able to understand her emotions, even if she doesn't directly express them. This not only helps you build a solid relationship, but also enhances the intimacy between you two. Next steps in identifying attraction. Don't just rely on obvious signs, but broaden your perspective to recognize the hidden signals behind seemingly ordinary actions. You might notice that she often tries to make physical contact with you or listens attentively, gazing at you with admiration. These actions are not random. Every gesture carries a message, a signal that she has a special interest in you. However, there may be times when you struggle to recognize these signals, especially if she's trying to conceal her emotions. Don't overlook the small gestures, as these could be the foundation for a meaningful and lasting relationship. Leverage these signals to build a solid relationship. Recognizing emotional cues not only helps you understand a woman's feelings, but also assists you in building the relationship. When you sense her attraction, you'll know how to respond in a subtle and natural way. In fact, knowing how to react at the right moment will help you become the ideal partner in her eyes. Remember, a real relationship is not just built on words or specific actions, but on emotional signals that often go unnoticed. These signals can help you take steady steps in the relationship, allowing you to understand what she wants without her needing to say it directly. Recognizing signals from small actions. As you begin to understand the signals women often don't directly express, you'll realize that sometimes small actions carry a big meaning. A fleeting glance, a gentle smile, or an accidental touch can reveal more than you think. These signals are not always easy to spot, but they are signs of interest and attraction. What's important is that you learn to recognize and understand these actions so you can respond appropriately. Attraction isn't just a spontaneous feeling. It's often displayed through subtle changes in behavior, speech, and body language. You'll notice that by paying attention to these details, you'll gradually understand her true feelings. Expanding your ability to perceive, one thing many people overlook when looking for signs of attraction is the tone and voice changes. When a woman feels truly comfortable and interested in you, her voice might change slightly. She tends to speak to you in a warmer, more measured tone, even smiling while conversing. Pay attention to these changes in the way she communicates with you. Even slight shifts in tone bring a sense of intimacy and closeness, signaling that she feels comfortable and connected to you. Moreover, the pauses in conversation are important as well. When she doesn't rush to continue the conversation, but instead wants to share her thoughts slowly and deeply, it's also a sign that she truly cares about you. Observing changes in behavior and reactions. Does she tend to change her behavior when she's around you? Maybe she laughs more, or even changes her posture to create comfort in the conversation. These actions may not always be immediately noticeable, but they show a change in behavior due to emotional attraction. Sometimes, such changes in behavior could also be signs of nervousness, but not for negative reasons. It's positive tension, the kind of excitement that happens when someone special is nearby. If you notice her feeling a little shy but still appearing happy and engaged in your conversations, it's proof that she feels a special connection with you. How you respond to these signals. Identifying attraction signals is an important step, but how you respond to these signals is just as crucial. How you react to her subtle gestures will determine the direction of your relationship. If you notice these signs, don't hesitate to show your interest naturally. You can start by communicating more, showing you're listening and understanding, or even reciprocating the small gestures she's made. Let her see that you're aware of her interest and are ready to build a deeper connection. Nonverbal communication, an essential factor in relationships. One of the most important elements in building a relationship is nonverbal communication. Sometimes, words aren't enough to express someone's emotions and thoughts. Small gestures, eye contact, and her attentiveness while listening to you can speak volumes without needing to be said out loud. When you learn to recognize and respond to these signals, you'll see that the connection between you two will grow stronger than ever. These signals are the first steps toward building a long-term relationship, and you're the one creating those opportunities by paying attention to the smallest details. Achieving a lasting relationship. When you understand and identify attraction signals, you'll have the opportunity to build a strong and lasting relationship. Attraction is not just about what she shows on the outside. It's about the emotions that lie beneath. When you understand these signals and respond with subtlety, you'll create an environment of trust and closeness. So if you notice any of these signs, don't hesitate to move forward. Attraction is natural, and when there's mutual interaction, it can turn into something extraordinary. Discover more about emotional signals. One of the exciting aspects of learning to identify emotional cues is that you'll feel more confident in your communication with women. It's not just about recognizing eye contact or gestures, but you'll start understanding the context behind these actions. When you realize that every action carries a message, it will become easier to build sincere and deeper relationships. This understanding not only helps in romantic relationships, but also creates a powerful emotional connection in all relationships in life. When you know how to identify and respond to emotional cues, you'll find it easier to express care and build lasting connections. Interest is expressed through the smallest actions. One interesting thing about attraction signals is that they don't always come from grand gestures or flowery words. In fact, it's often the smallest, accidental actions that reveal deep interest. A slight shrug during a conversation, a soft gaze, or even the way she adjusts her posture when you're near, all of these are signs of potential attraction. When you learn to recognize these signals, you'll begin to see that small gestures can be much more powerful than grand words. These signs may express emotions that don't need to be spoken, yet they carry significant meaning and help you understand her feelings more clearly. Natural responses and deep connection. When you recognize attraction signals and respond naturally, the relationship between you and the woman will become more sustainable. An important part of this process is your natural response to the signals she shows. Paying attention and responding subtly will create a stronger emotional bond, making it easier for both of you to connect. However, it's important to note that you don't need to perform or pretend to capture her attention. True attraction comes from natural communication and actions that show sincere care. This will help you build a relationship without any pretense. Signs of attraction and body language. Beyond small gestures, another important element in recognizing attraction is body language. Body language can reveal emotions that words can't fully express. The way a woman stands, sits, or moves when near you can be a strong signal of attraction. If she tends to lean towards you, angle her body, or even maintain eye contact longer than usual, these are signals that she feels comfortable and interested. These gestures may not always be obvious, but if you pay attention, you'll notice the changes in her body language and understand the emotions behind them. Building a genuine relationship. A relationship is not just based on words or specific actions. It also has to be built on understanding and emotional connection. By recognizing emotional cues, you can create an environment full of understanding and trust. If you notice these signals in her actions, embrace and respond naturally. This will not only help you build a lasting emotional bond, but also create a comfortable, genuine space between the two of you. The importance of observation in relationships. One of the most important factors in building a relationship is the ability to observe and understand the signals someone else is sending, especially when they haven't directly expressed something. Small gestures like how she adjusts her hair, the times she unconsciously looks at you, or even the way she leans into you during a conversation can reveal more than you think. The ability to identify these signals will help you become a more understanding and genuine partner. It's a smart approach to building a sustainable and authentic relationship. Subtle observation helps you understand her feelings better, creating a deeper connection without having to say much. Responding naturally and genuinely. Attraction doesn't only come from recognizing signals, but also from how you respond to them. When you notice a lingering glance, a gentle touch, or a change in her tone, respond naturally and sincerely. This creates a comfortable space where both of you can understand each other more deeply, without having to pretend or put on a facade. Natural responses, like showing care through eye contact, a smile, or encouraging words, can strengthen the connection between you and her. It's this naturalness that fosters trust and intimacy, which is crucial in building a long-lasting relationship. Nonverbal signals, more powerful than words. In communication, sometimes nonverbal cues are much stronger than words. A hand gesture, a shrug, or a glance can convey emotions that words cannot express. Women, in particular, tend to use body language to express their feelings, and these are important signals for recognizing care and attraction. A fleeting look when she says nothing, a slight nod when you share something, or a gentle smile can clearly show that she feels a connection with you. These actions are often natural reactions, but they reflect a strong emotion. Creating a comfortable space. One of the simplest ways to build a relationship is by creating a safe and comfortable space for both of you. When she feels safe and comfortable being around you, she expresses herself more naturally, and this will create opportunities for both of you to grow closer. How you treat her. The care and respect you show her will help build a strong relationship. Don't worry if the signals don't appear immediately, as everyone has their own way of expressing affection. What's important is creating a space where she feels comfortable expressing her feelings. Taking the next step in the relationship. Once you've recognized these signs and have responded naturally, the important thing is to continue moving forward in the relationship. Create opportunities for both of you to bond more through shared activities, meaningful conversations, and personal exchanges. Don't rush to push the relationship further if you're not comfortable. Let everything unfold naturally, gradually moving toward a lasting connection. Sometimes, small steps lead to bigger leaps in the relationship. Don't miss the opportunity. Finally, don't miss the chances to build your relationship. When you recognize attraction signals from her, be proactive and seize the opportunity to take the next step. These opportunities may come from small actions, but they can significantly strengthen the bond between you and her. Don't hesitate when you feel the connection is being built, and continue nurturing that relationship. A relationship is an ongoing process. One important thing to remember is that building a relationship isn't a task that can be completed overnight. It's an ongoing process, requiring both parties to actively maintain and develop it. The attraction signals you notice will help guide you in the right direction, but a true relationship takes time to strengthen. With every step you take, the relationship becomes more secure. Focus on creating meaningful moments, expressing care, and being genuine. Don't be afraid to express your emotions and share things that matter to you. Openness is key to building a long-lasting relationship. Building trust and respect. Trust and respect are the indispensable elements in any relationship. If you want to build a lasting and strong relationship, you need to show respect and be trustworthy. Remember, when you show respect, you will receive respect in return. Both parties must work together to establish a solid foundation, which will create a harmonious and affectionate environment. When a woman feels respected and trusted, she will open up more, sharing her emotions naturally and without hesitation. Respect is not just an action, it's a deep and sincere way of expressing affection. Never stop improving yourself. A relationship is also like a journey of personal growth. Improving yourself not only helps you become a better partner, but also makes the relationship stronger. Ask yourself, how can I make this relationship better? Positive change from both individuals can benefit the relationship. Learning how to improve communication, show affection, or simply listen better are key elements that help sustain your relationship. Never stop striving to be the best version of yourself, not only for your partner, but also for yourself. Relationships aren't always perfect. In every relationship, there will be times when you face challenges. Sometimes there's misunderstanding, and other times, differences in thoughts and feelings. However, what matters is how you handle these situations maturely and gracefully. Remember, relationships aren't always perfect. What's important is that both people can overcome difficulties, learn from challenges, and become stronger after each one. Disagreements or differing opinions aren't signs of failure, but opportunities to learn and improve the relationship. Creating memorable moments. Every relationship needs special moments, memories that help strengthen the connection and preserve the wonderful feelings. Take time to create these moments together, whether it's a romantic date, a trip, or a simple evening spent together. These moments not only make the relationship more interesting, but also create lasting bonds. Don't forget that sometimes the smallest things can bring the greatest joy. A smile, a gentle look, or even a caring word can be what makes your relationship special. Building and maintaining a lasting relationship is not easy, but when you recognize the small emotional signs a woman shows, you'll have the chance to develop the relationship naturally and sincerely. From subtle gestures, meaningful glances, to deep conversations, these are all signals that help you understand her true feelings. Remember, a relationship isn't just about the connection between two people. It's also about continuous effort from both sides. Naturalness, respect, and sincere responses will lay the foundation for a relationship to grow over time. Finally, never forget that the most wonderful emotions are often shown through the smallest but most meaningful actions. Enjoy the journey, learn from each other, and keep improving yourself to build a happy and lasting relationship. Thank you for watching and sharing these thoughts with me. Always remember that a successful relationship is not just about words, but also the emotions and genuine actions from both sides. I wish you always find happiness in your relationships, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep following future discussions. See you in the next video.